tell you what, it does look really interesting out here. We've gone from that rain to, well, it's almost like a very light snow or sleet. If we can kind of pan up into that light there, you can get the picture. Right now it's looking a lot more like very light snow coming down, and of course that's good news. It's not going to be sticking to things. I want to show you a couple of pictures, however. You know, there's a certain beauty in ice storms, and this is one of them. This is from Plattsburgh, and as you can see, there was a great accumulation on ice on these trees. Where it's not very pretty is on automobiles. And checking out this next image, yeah, this is what it looks like over most of the Champlain Valley, especially north of, say, Montpelier. This is exactly the problem tonight. We've got a lot of icing on automobiles, and this ice is really building up. I've got a section right here. You can kind of get an idea. I just peeled this off, and it's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about a half an inch thick, maybe a little bit more than that. And it's going to continue to build up if we go back into that rain, which we do expect to do a little bit later on. So overall, there's a bit of beauty, but an awful lot of danger. Tom?
All righty, Gib. Let's take you out to the weather deck and see what we can't learn from Gib.
Well, Tom, you told me to wear a hat. I got my hat on right now. Okay, here's the deal. Most people don't realize that almost all rain starts out as snow regardless of the season, summer, winter, spring, and fall. Overall, though, what happens is this. The snow is formed and it falls. Well, if it falls through a column of air, let's go to our first graphic, and as you can see, that red dotted line or dashed line is the temperature profile. If it stays below freezing all the way down, the result is snow. Now, if we bring in a little bit of warm air at the middle level of the atmosphere, the snow comes down into that warmer layer, it melts, and then it goes down through that cold layer below, and then it refreezes, and the result is sleet. Now, if you get more warm air in the middle of that section of atmosphere, what happens is the snow melts, and then as it comes down through that thicker layer of warm air, it continues to fall, and it doesn't have time to freeze when those temperatures near the surface are below freezing, and that results in freezing rain, and that is what is causing our problems today. Now, I want to show you what's going on. If we take a look at the light up here, all of this stuff coming down right now has changed over a bit from freezing rain to a combination of sleet and some very, very fine snow. You can actually hear it popping. I'll put my microphone next to my jacket here. It's popping and it's making a noise. That is definitely sleet. Now, freezing rain is a very, very dangerous thing. Sleet is a lot nicer to have. It's not nice, but it's a lot better to have than freezing rain. For example, if we took this branch right here and we were to coat it for every part of this branch with an inch of ice, this would literally weigh more than a bowling ball. It's hard to believe, but that's the truth. Now, what happens is, of course, if you get a whole tree, you're talking about tons of weight produced by the ice, and of course those limbs come down, they rest on power lines, the power lines rupture, and the problems that we're seeing right now with the power outages are a result of that ice and those limbs coming down. So overall, the hope is that we can stay sleet or even some light rain overnight and avoid the freezing rain, and then that would be a much better scenario. But overall, it looks like we're going to go back to rain a little bit later on tonight, Tom.